Alright, so you need to have photos for this. In your clip for the transition, you need 3 photos. So you can go to new, import photo. I already have that, so we are going to go to multi-layer. And then once you're in multi-layer, you're gonna have your first photo that you choose. You're gonna search and you want reveal for the first part, and you're gonna want to make sure it's square. Then you're gonna want to have it on center horizontal. Now we're going to go to edit keyframes. At the very beginning, you're going to have occupancy on 100. Then you're gonna go to the end and you're going to change occupancy to about 150-ish, maybe 50, kind of depends on you. You're gonna import the graph. This is the graph that you use for everything. It just makes it smoother than having to edit the graph each time, because that would be boring for you guys to see that. Now, for layer, it's the same thing. You have it go to 100, and then you have it decrease a little bit to where you want it to be. You can kind of play around with this. This is just what works for me. Then you're going to import the graph. It saves you a lot of time. At the beginning of the video, you get the screenshot of the graphs I use, so it's there. And you can have the background color be what you want. I just chose pink because the text is pink. But you don't have to do pink if you don't want to. Now, we're moving on to layer 2. You're gonna have your second photo. You're gonna want to go to color. Now, I have track and blur starred, but you can also search in the search bar for track and blur. I just use it a lot, so it's already starred and saved for me. Now we're going to edit keyframes. And now that we're on layer 2, we're going to import the first path movement. And it's 2 because this is layer 2. And this saves you from having to worry about the photos not aligning, because it's a lot of trial and errors to get the photos to align in a straight line. And you guys don't want to see 15 minutes of me playing around. So for the size, you're going to want to have it be 34. That way the 2 photos are the same size. So you want to remember that. Then you're going to import the graph. And you're going to have it be the min-s graph. As you can see, it creates a pop-up picture. Now, layer 3 will be text, 3D, and it's gonna be whoever your idol name is. Depends on the person you're editing. For me, that's Charlie, so her name will be Charlie. Now we're going to edit text. And then, for this, the size, you start at 0. You're going to keep that going a little bit to the beginning of the edit. I'd say about 115, 16, 17, good. And then for my size, since Charlie is a short name, I chose this size to be moderate, 65-ish. But if you have someone with a longer name or shorter name, you may have to change the size, depending on how many letters the name has. So just keep that in mind. You might have to do some adjustments. It's not one size fits all. should look like that so far. Now you're going to use your third and last photo for layer 4. You're going to have track and blur. Again, you can search for track and blur if you don't have it stored like I do. Now edit keyframes, and we're going to do the second path movement, which is path movement 4. This guarantees that your photos are aligned, so you don't have to worry about them not aligning and having issues with the photos not lining up vertically. So now about the halfway point, you're going to have the size be 0 because that's a marker. And then you're going to want it to be 34, the same size that for layer 2, that photo, it's going to be the same. Now we're going to import the graph, the mid-S graph. Use the same graph for all the transitions and layers to keep it organized, so that way it flows. Now you're going to make sure there's no glitches, because the more complex the transition, the more chance of it glitching, so just be aware of that. Now we're going to do the next part, and we're going to take this layer and do the optional pan zoom effect. It makes it easy for if you want to continue this transition, you're able to have it a lot. So you're not just left with a weird transition. It can flow with the edit. So the pan zoom effect, all these QR codes are at the beginning of the photo. For this, the video, so you're just going to screenshot. And then you're going to edit the sides and just follow what I'm doing. The reason with the size it may change is because for the text part, you want it to align. But you just follow along and it creates a pan zoom effect. But this is complicated and took a while. But once you get the hang of it, it's not that easy. This is just the part that it's very easy to make a mistake, and then it doesn't turn out the right way, and one mistake can throw off the whole thing. So you just gotta have caution and be aware of what you're doing, especially when you get to the 1 second mark, and a lot of these lines are close together. And then you edit this so you get the next photo and make sure it's how you like it. Make sure there aren't any glitches. Now we're going to hit back, and then we're going to hit create. Make sure you're happy with it, because there's not an undo button. And then you're going to hit done. Hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know more tutorials you guys want to see.